Hello grapplers and welcome to a new video. Today is the first day of Capcom Cup. Since this is the last big tournament, the one that closes the season, I decided to take a look at Zangief so far. Back then in Season 1, Zangief for some reason was in Burnout longer than any other character in the game. The next big change was in 2024. Basically the super level 3 after OD Lariat change. Now with OD Lariat you had a combo, at least one way of comboing into it. The rest of the changes were still pretty good. I mean, this change for the Super Level 1 was decent, especially then later when they actually buffed Zangief. You could go into more situations into Super Level 1. Still, to this day, this super is not very significant. It is still a super that is probably the weakest in the game. Super Level 2 at some point during Season 1 was safe. If I remember correctly, I think it was during Season 1. Something crazy, they changed it. That was not intended. 2024, the big patch for what it was at that point the most significant patch for Zangief. Here you have a lot of changes. I already covered this one when the patch released, but some significant things to consider. Standing medium punch got better. The target combo got better. All of the buttons that were important for Zangief gave you either more damage, more super damage, more drive damage. You had newer combos with crouching medium kick being +3. Two controversial ones in this patch. The first one was knee hammer, because it became spammable. In +1 on hit, -3 on block. The standing medium kick. Hitbox was expanded forward. This meant that the standing medium kick became fastest button in combination with the longest hitbox for Zangief. This one and this one, the knee hammer, became points of contention for the community. They thought Zangief was being way too strong, he was being buffed way too much. Which is funny when we take a look at the next patch where they basically change the standing medium kick very quickly. I feel the whole standing medium kick conversation was a little bit overblown, and also I feel the developers were a little bit confused with the usage of this move since the hitbox was reduced. There are a few certain situations with Zangief where you will not get anything. In this case, if you drive rush crouching light punch and you do it like this and you hit with the tip of the attack, you're gonna be +10, right? +10, +11. Before the change to the standing medium kick, you could do this and hit the opponent with this. This also happens on block. You don't connect with the opponent. And you can be a little bit closer and you'll see that you can still whiff sometimes. Right now, with the standing medium kick, even though it's a button you can use, it is disjointed, it goes over lows and certain distances. You don't have necessarily a reason to use it over sweep or standing heavy punch. If you're in a situation where the opponent is whiffing something, it is generally better for you to use sweep and get the punish counter, or get the standing heavy punch and get the positioning. You'll see that you don't get much. This is +1 on hit, and if you do this, or get a punish counter, it's +5. What do you do here? Because the pushback is significant. This move is not that difficult to whiff punish. You can DI this, you recover in 19 frames, some people can sweep it. I've seen some people interrupting this move, perfect parrying it. It's not a move that was generally that abusable, even when the hitbox was expanded. Right now I feel like the move needs a little bit more juice. I think this move could greatly benefit from the super cancelable property. Not DRCs, not any move, just super. So you would have a long button that can go into super level 2 should you need to punish with that. And that was a standing medium kick, which is also funny because every single DLC after this change has a standing medium kick that is pretty freaking long. A few months later, we got the nerf to knee hammer. This was also expected because knee hammer was too abusable. They made it -4 again. However, they went a little bit far with the changes because they expanded the body hardbox forward. This, I have to say, more or less killed the move. Right now is you still need to use it because you don't have a lot of fast low crushes in the game for Zangief, so you still need to use it. But right now, this knee basically, and most of the time I have to say, will kill the Zangief player. It's very freaking difficult to get a combo from this move because there's one issue that Zangief has, and that's a significant issue that hasn't been addressed. And I'm not talking about super level 2 with this. Let's say you're over here and you get this one. You're +1. From +1 to +6, the best thing Zangief can do is a reset into SPD or going to a light. Lariat doesn't combo that freely from lights in this game. Even if you get a really good knee, like this one, that is +5. If you get this one, plus 7. From this point onward, you can get a combo. More often than not, you're gonna get either a counter hit knee or a punish counter hit knee at this distance, because you're poking the opponent with something and you're gonna go for knee because you think they're gonna go for a low. If that's the case, this knee is gonna be plus 3, maybe plus 4 sometimes. And here, your combo is just lights. And if you get a punish counter knee, plus 5. For the knee to actually work and benefit Zangief, he needs more frames. And this is something that's gonna sound controversial for people that don't play Zangief. Plus 1 to plus 6, which is a huge amount of frames for any other character, are not really that significant for Zangief. And the other one that actually, this one really freaking hurts. This wasn't really thought out that much. Zangief in this game requires Headbutt a lot. Headbutt is your combo filler most of the time. If you punish counter, you likely require Headbutt in some way. I'm gonna do a combo in the corner that's gonna go into Headbutt, Headbutt, and Headbutt. I'm gonna do a lot of Headbutts here. I'm gonna spend 5 dry meters, and we'll see how much damage I get.
This is your last ride. Let's go.
4.9k. Not even 5k. I'm spending 3 super meters and 5 dry meters. This is my punish combo from Headbutt. 2.7k. If I do dry versus standing medium kick into Hell Stab, Lariat, I get 3k. And that's a very uncomfortable combo to do with Zangief. And if you want to use super level 3, you have to hold forwards, because otherwise this happens. You don't get the first spin, which is the cancelable spin into super level 3. Basically, what they did with that change is kill the most significant combos with Zangief. And that's the reason why I feel it wasn't thought out that much. That basically means with Zangief, you have to guess 2 or 3 times more than other characters. This is a change that I feel is a little bit difficult to justify. I think they went too hard on it. The thing that gave to Zangief due to the nerf to Headbutt was the plus 8. This is not really that important. It is true that now you can get easier headbutts, but again, the change to damage makes the headbutt a very situational thing to do. The very, very last change. The Siberian Express supposedly was fixed in relation to the distance. You will get Russian suplex when you want Siberian Express. You'll see that now you get more drive, but this is if you hit all 3 of them. And if you know how power stomps work, it is very weird for you to hit all 3 of them. So finally, the super increase for these throws was increased. Still pretty good. I think Brainbuster is a very slept on. However, this is not good enough because Russian drop doesn't give you Oki, nor this one. The Season 2 Zangief was for me the character that should have been in Season 1. And from that season of Zangief, they could improve some things and make this one a better character. Was he top tier? No. It requires a light combo, even more than Lariat actually working as an anti-air, which is a completely different kind of worms. He has a lot of fundamental issues that I hope are fixed in the next patch. Before I forget, this is something I haven't mentioned. If you're in Burnout, Zangief doesn't chip that well, because you need to get Lariat. And remember that Lariat doesn't combo naturally from lights. So if you want to use, I don't know, something that you could do in Street Fighter 5, for example, which is this. If they're blocking, especially blocking and crouching, this is, oof, this can whiff. And OD Lariat certainly connects here, but that is the later spin. That means you cannot cancel this into anything. Keep playing grapplers, hydrate, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.